Hi, this is Kerry Artek with Wicked Stocks, bringing you the daily Tesla report for Wednesday, September 6th, 2023. Before I jump into all the charts, just want to encourage you to please click like if you would, if you haven't already. Also, become a Wicked Stocks YouTube channel subscriber. Share the content if you would with friends and colleagues, and check out wickedstocks.com, where we offer a full suite of both daily and weekly analytical videos, just like the Tesla report, daily analysis in the SPY and the Triple Q, weekly analysis in the S&P 500, NASDAQ 100, and the long bond ETF, the TLT, as well as two individual stock picks every week that you never see on YouTube that cater to the 3 to 5 week swing trader out to the 3 to 5 month near-term investor, always looking for 20% moves on those underlying stocks. Last week we put out Netflix, Micron Technology. This week will be another couple that I'm not quite sure what we're going to do. We determined that actually we will be putting one out on Wednesday, actually. So if you set up an account or if you subscribe to wickedstocks.com, you actually have a 5-day free trial where you can check out everything that we offer on a daily and weekly basis, including all of our stock picks. And if you don't like it, within 5 days, you can bow out at no cost to you whatsoever. So let's check out the charts here for Tesla. Just start with the big picture, work our way into the day itself. The big picture, we just came off of this, and I say just 6-7 weeks ago, this long-term channel top at 309.29, rising weekly. Following a testing of that channel top over the last 2 or 3 months, I'd mentioned how the channel bottom that is presently at 222.83 on the weekly chart should be considered a 1 to 2 month possibility, given the general rotational sequences that can occur with the channel structures. And we did test that about 3-4 weeks ago. 222.83 held nicely. You can see it actually on the daily chart. And so this shows a sequence of buy signals that have occurred since the low was put out. This channel bottom, 222.79, and I've been mentioning now, after having tested the channel bottom at 222.83, you should allow for the channel top once again over the next 2 or 3 months. That is presently at 309.29 and rising. That is the big picture. So having come off of 222.79, that channel bottom on the daily chart, the 309.29 formation remains a 2 to 3 month upside objective, rising gradually. On the way up, about a week and a half into it, we settled above this steeply descending channel top that is now at 225.44. And last week, we tested quite a bit this descending 2/3 speed line that today, Wednesday, is at 254.43. Now, we closed above that speed line on Tuesday, and it did elicit a buy signal into later September. But I'm going to finesse this just a little bit. We settled above it by what is it, 3/4 of a point, something like that. I'm going by memory here. I think we settled 256.49, and I think the speed line was 255.74, 255.75. So about 75 cents above this speed line we settled. Buy signal. Yes, I'll go with that. This is not a long-term line study. Now, with long-term line studies like the 222.79 channel bottom, I like to give it a 1% violation threshold. Now, a 1% above 254.43 today, and we did not clear that actually on Tuesday, just so you know, would be about 2.5 points higher, 256.95, let's say. And so on the way up, this is just a number I'm going to throw at you. The high settlement price, which was the pullback high last Thursday, is 258.08. That is the high settlement price. And I think that if we close today above 258.08 and you went long on Tuesday following the settlement above the 254 speed line, we should see bullish continuation. Now, for the day itself, I just have 258.08 as a minor point. So it's not a significant level. It's more, I'm presenting it more as a courtesy, if you will, for those of you who may have gone long on Tuesday afternoon near the closing bell when it was obvious we were going to close above that 254.43 speed line. I just want you to know that if we push through 258.08, that in itself is a meaningful sign of strength. On an intraday basis today, assuming we open above 254.43, it is our day support, and I'll even stretch it out a little bit and say this is our support through the rest of the week. Although quite honestly, I do want to see this market close. Where are you? Above 258.08 today. I think that is the confirmation, if you will, of the buy signal above 254.43. So yes, we're in a buy signal. If you bought it on Tuesday afternoon with the settlement above 254.43, you have no argument from me. It's just that it is pretty close. And I just want, for those of you who are long, or maybe those of you who aren't long yet and you're wondering whether you should be long, I would say, yeah, we have a buy signal. If we push through 258.08 today, then we should see 267.46. This is that long-term speed line that we settled below about a month ago. It can contain intraday, possibly daily buying pressures. Overall, continued daily settlements now at or above 254.43 should actually yield this 309.29 2 to 3 month target in the scope of about 3 to 5 weeks. And so if we got a meaningful rally today, and if we were to push through 267.46, this 272.33 channel top is in reach. So I'm throwing a lot of numbers at you right now, but I will go back to this image here. So assuming we open above 254.43, that is your support for the day, 267.46 in reach where we can top out on an intraday basis. And if we happen to push through 67.46, then the 72.33 formation is likely today. And reaching 272.33, while a significant rally day, is not out of the scope of volatility that we've seen over the recent weeks. And so 272.33, if tested today, can contain session strength. And if we were to close above 272.33, I don't expect it. There should be another up mark here, a UP, because I think that would mark yet another significant buy signal to the upside. I would expect us to push through this gap within a matter of several days of closing above 272.33. Closing above 272.33, not going to happen today, but if so, that 309.29, 2 to 3 month objective, now 3 to 5 weeks above 254.43, then likely within 2 to 3 weeks, where we can top out on a monthly, possibly quarterly basis. 254.43, big area today. Let's go through the charts here. I want to see what else we have. So this is the scenario for breaking, especially opening back below 254.43. We can ease back to 242.53 on an intraday basis. Intraday containment may well contain daily selling pressures at 242.53. But, just know that if we close below 254.43, we're in reach of 234.11. I'm going to say by Friday's close. And yes, over the next couple of weeks, over the next week or two, if we close back below 254.43, this 222.79 long-term support in reach within a week or two, let's just say by the end of next week. So we close above 254.43, meaningful upward pivot point through the rest of September. So we are bullish now, still anticipating 309.29 now, but quicker. Rather than 2 to 3 months, I think 3 to 5 weeks is quite possible. And if we can close above 372.33 over the next few days, by the end of September, I would expect 309.29. Once again, if we close back below 254.43 and you went long, maybe you bought, 310 out of the money calls that don't expire for at least a couple of months. I've been mentioning that as the next scenario. And if we close back below 254.43, that is really your call, but you may consider taking a small loss, and you 1 to 2 week position traders might consider reaching for 223 out of the money puts that don't expire for at least a couple of weeks. But, I'm just going to leave it with bullish today above 254.43, bullish through the rest of September above 254.43, expecting 272.33 over the next several days, 309.29 over the next 3 to 5 weeks. Inversely, if we close back below 254.43, we are in reach again of 222.79 long-term support by the end of next week. In terms of buy signal clarity, if we can close today above 258.08 and you're long, you're breathing a little easier, a little sigh of relief, because I think we'll then see a sustained rally as we move into next week. I'm going to leave it at that for Wednesday's Tesla. You have a great day. Please click like, share, subscribe, and check out wickedstocks.com.